Welcome to a new night story. The following story is about an old man and the echoes of the abyss. Decide for yourself whether the story could really have happened or whether it is just a fairy tale. In the heart of the city, where the streets twisted like veins and the buildings stood like silent sentinels, there loomed an ancient house. Its facade, a crumbling relic of forgotten years, whispered secrets to those brave enough to listen. Nestled within the labyrinth of urban decay, this dwelling was home to an old man named Edgar, his age-marked face telling tales of lifetimes lived and lost. The night sky hung heavy with an oppressive darkness as rain cascaded in relentless torrents. The old house seemed to groan beneath the weight of time, each drop of rain echoing like a spectral whisper. Edgar, a solitary figure with eyes like caverns, sat in the dimly lit living room, his frayed nerves heightened by the disquieting storm outside. Tick-tock. The grandfather clock on the wall echoed through the silence, a hollow reminder of the minutes slipping away. The flickering candle on the worn wooden table cast long shadows that danced on the walls, distorting the peeling wallpaper into grotesque shapes. As the clock struck midnight, the atmosphere within the house shifted. Unseen eyes watched Edgar from the shadows, and a cold breeze carried with it a chorus of whispers. He felt a spectral presence, an unsettling energy that settled like a shroud around him. The stairs creaked, and the floor groaned as if bearing witness to the unseen. Edgar, drawn by an invisible force, rose from his chair. The whispers, once distant, grew into murmurs that slithered through the air, enveloping him like a ghostly mist. Ascending the staircase, the air thickened with a malevolent energy. The dim light flickered, casting distorted shadows on the walls. The whispers guided him to a door, its ancient hinges creaking open, as if reluctant to reveal the secrets within. The room beyond was a chamber of forgotten nightmares. Tattered curtains billowed as if exhaling the stale air of a bygone era. Moonlight filtered through the cracked window, revealing the decay that clung to every surface. Edgar's eyes widened as he beheld the spectral figures that materialized in the gloom. Distorted faces, twisted in pain and anguish, stared at him from crumbling photographs on the walls. The whispers intensified, a cacophony of tortured souls whose stories were etched in the very fabric of the house. In the center of the room, a mirror stood covered in a thin film of grime. As Edgar approached, the whispers reached a fevered pitch. The mirror reflected not his own visage, but a ghastly visage of a man with hollow eyes and a twisted grin. A voice, guttural and otherworldly, echoed through the room. "Edgar, free us." The mirror showed visions of atrocities committed within those walls, of lives extinguished in the shadows. Unseen hands seemed to grasp at Edgar's soul, pulling him into the depths of the house's dark history. The rain outside beat against the windows like a desperate plea for release, matching the frantic pounding of Edgar's heart. The walls seemed to close in, and the shadows writhed with unseen horrors. As the clock struck 1, the mirror shattered, its shards scattering like fragments of a cursed reflection. Edgar stumbled backward, his breath ragged, as the whispers turned into anguished wails. The room plunged into a darkness so profound that even the rain outside seemed to hush in deference. Edgar, a witness to the haunting past, felt a weight on his chest, an oppressive force that threatened to consume him. The figures in the photographs twisted and contorted, their silent screams echoing in the void. In the abyss of the night, a ghostly apparition materialized, an old man, his features etched in agony. He reached out to Edgar, pleading eyes filled with a yearning for redemption. The rain outside took on a mournful tone, a requiem for the tormented souls trapped within the confines of the decrepit house. Unable to withstand the spectral onslaught, Edgar fell to his knees. The room reverberated with the anguished cries of the forgotten, their lamentations intertwining with the symphony of the storm. Shadows engulfed him, and the air thickened with a palpable malevolence. As the clock struck 2, a blinding flash of lightning illuminated the room, revealing the old man's face twisted in horror. The rain outside turned into a torrential downpour, a final act of nature's fury. And then, in the deafening silence that followed, Edgar was alone once more. The room, now empty of spectral apparitions, exuded an oppressive stillness. The rain outside, having exhausted its rage, became a melancholy drizzle that painted the city in muted shades of sorrow. Edgar, drained and haunted, remained on the floor. The ancient house, a witness to its own dark history, seemed to exhale a sigh of relief. The air, heavy with the residue of the paranormal storm, bore witness to the echoes of the abyss. As dawn broke on a new day, the city streets glistened with the remnants of the rain. The old house, seemingly unchanged, stood as a relic of the haunted night. Edgar, his eyes hollow and haunted, walked away from the accursed dwelling. The echoes of the spectral wail still lingered in his mind, a chilling reminder that some horrors refused to be washed away, even by the cleansing rain.